Dejan Kulusevski. I mean, what a player! What a player! I mean, where do I even start? Chuma, do you want to take this for me first before I get
I will say,
too excited?
I will just say, he's an outstanding prospect for a Juventus reject. You know that word.
Well,
There's a
that's the word that a lot of people use on our forums. Isn't that what it said? You know?
it all stems from one particular guy. I actually like him a lot. There's a podcast called the Italian Football Podcast, and there's a journalist by the name of Carlo Giarganesi. Carlo Giarganesi is a English Italian guy, I think, and he's on that. So he came out like categorically came out to more or less slam Spurs for buying Bentancur and Kulusevski. He was like, these two guys are like, oh my goodness, the Spurs have been fleeced. Thank you so much. I think he's a Juventus fan. Thank you so much for the money you've given us. You know, we've just sold you our dross. And a lot of people followed that. And they were like, oh my God, Spurs are bought, you know. And then the first game, Kulusevski was still getting used to, like, he used that first game gauge the speed, physicality. So he was a bit slow. He really was slow. Bentancur, I think, had an easier thing in. So people were looking, going, yeah, I think they just sold Spurs scrub. And I kept on insisting because, you know, if it's one thing, you know, you guys call me a guru and all that. I don't tell myself a guru. It's just I think I watch an, an astounding number of football games. I watch football. It's my hobby, it's my passion. So I watch games and I like skill. And I saw this boy years ago playing for Parma. And I said, this guy is so gifted. He is so gifted. And his gift is the fact that if he was a selfish player, I think he would be greater than he is. He was facilitating, he was trying to score, but he was more looking for his teammates first than himself. And I said, this guy's going to go somewhere. And then Inter were trying to buy him with Conte, and Juventus were trying to buy him. In the end, he went to Juventus because he was afraid of being a wing back under Conte. So the story goes. And at Juventus, the problem was Juventus bought like 2 or 3 star wing players at the same time. It was him, a young man called Federico Chiesa, who a lot of fans will know from the Euros. That was the star of the Italian team.
Mm-hmm.
And Fernando Benedeschi, who has now left. All 3 of them play virtually the same kind of position. So Juventus, Allegri, their coach, who is famous, who is a real winner, he preferred those other 2 guys, which happens in football. And he just left this boy to waste. And Paratici and Conte remembered him, and he was on their list. I don't think he was the highest name on the list for Spurs in that January, to be honest. But once they couldn't get certain targets, they just said, okay, let's just get him. And what a master stroke, because, I mean, you've got the stats there. His stats in 2022 are crazy.
I mean,
Literally crazy.
let's just even have a quick look at what he's done so far. He's been here what? I mean, best part of what? 19. He had 19 appearances so far, right? I mean, he's had 6 goals. I mean, what a ratio! You know, I mean, got 9 assists already. You know, involved in 12 wins and 6 losses and 5 losses. I mean, it's phenomenal.
That's a goal every 3 games.
Yeah,
That's 1 assist every 2 games.
that's amazing. For guess what? He's only 22.
He's only 22.
Only 22. I mean, it's just simply amazing. I call Kulusevski simply Kulu unplayable. That's what I call
Cool
it.
unplayable. Hashtag cool unplayable. He's
That's what I call it.
cool unplayable. Cool unplayable.
Cool unplayable.
It's
It's just totally unplayable.
hashtag cool unplayable. He is. He is that one.
That's me. That's my title for Kulusevski. He's such a good player. I love him. You know, and he's so unselfish as well. You know, he gets into the right positions. And you know, he's one of those players when you know what he's going to do, but you just can't do anything about it. You know, he's always going to come back on that left foot of his, right? And now and again, he varies it and does something different. But 9 times out of 10, you know that's what he's going to do. But guess what? People
can't stop it.
Can't even stop him. He's unstoppable. You know.
I read. Sorry, I read somewhere that someone made a comparison that says he is the wing version of Kevin De Bruyne, and I go with that. He's not yet Kevin De Bruyne level, but there are things that he does that makes the right decisions. And that's something Kevin De Bruyne is not, like you would say, he's not the greatest midfielder you've ever seen, but Kevin De Bruyne's output is unbelievable, it's off the charts. And Kulusevski is the same. His output, number of goals, and you're not even going into chances created. The ones that don't get converted. Like, I mean, if you watch the Southampton game, there's a wonderful move he did where he spun a player
Yeah,
and just laid it
just like
pass for Sessignon. And
yes,
Sessignon's
yes,
touch, if Sessignon had hit it one time, he would probably have scored or the keeper
absolutely,
would have forced the save. But
yeah,
Sessignon trapped the ball, giving Kyle Walker-Peters enough time. But that's the vision to see Kyle Walker-Peters to see Sessignon, sorry, at that point. Players aren't born with that. There are guys that he's technically sound. When the ball is on his left foot, he doesn't have to look down. And I always say that to people that one of our greatest players, Glenn Hoddle, the criticism he has of certain modern football players is he says they look down on the ground with the ball. He says a great player, a technically gifted player, his head is up. He knows what that ball is doing on which side of his foot has got control. He doesn't need to look down. He's scanning, and Kulusevski is always scanning. So no, he's going to be. I don't doubt he will be something special, and something special at Spurs.
and he gave a man of the match performance against Southampton. I mean, look at the stats. I mean, it's
Look at that.
goal, he had an assist, he had one big chance he created, and he made 3 key passes. I mean, look at the pass completion rate. Look at that, 92%. I mean, that was absolutely fantastic. I mean, I thought he did. He deserved.
He had his the left back for Southampton. He completely destroyed the guy. He destroyed him.
Basically made the young man's life a misery.
He just every single time. Physically, he was dominant. Technically, he was dominant. So it's like, how do you when he's on his game, he's unplayable. When he's not on his game, he's still looking to make those assists. Still looking to make. So he's such a valuable addition, and we're living in a time where we should really enjoy. Spurs have always had traditionally we've always had a very technically gifted player. And you could say Kane, you could say Son. No, but it's not that flair, that guy that you're paying £50, £60 to watch, and you come out smiling that the guy did something in that game. We had Gaza, we had Hoddle, we had players, we had Waddle, we had Ginola. This guy is our version of it now.
Absolutely.
And that's not too much putting a lot of pressure on him. It's just saying
I mean, I
that's
don't
what
put
he is.
too much pressure on Kulusevski, but for me, he's been such an outstanding buy. It's been such a revelation, and it's amazing to have it in our team. And I mean, long may it continue. I know it's early days yet, but hey, so far so good. We have this budget. It's not gonna go bad, So it's been really really good. He's been fantastic. And on that note, we bring this to a close, and we look forward to seeing you guys again on Sunday after the match against Chelsea. And come on, you Spurs!
Come on, you Spurs, 3 points.